How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Yes, it's Sunday Talks with Fernando. Yes, yes, we are getting back to normal. I still out, doing a lot of uh, videos, again, recordings that I have to give for people. Uh, so I've been doing that all night, and we will start sending the recordings on Monday. Oh, oh, well, oh, let's put this over here. Oh, because I get up and excited. I'll put it right here, right in between the crotch area. How's everybody doing? See? Oh, stop it. And again, you get a little bit of joy, and here comes Saturn doing his thing. All right. You know what I mean? Let me keep the music right. Let me get the music right. All right. It's Sunday, so it's mellow. It's very better because he has tons of records. All right. I got my Dunkin' Donuts macadamia nut coffee, which I love, and hazelnut, and my cornbread. For those of you who tuned in last night, I took some heavy stuff. Now that you've had a chance to think it over, let's have a discussion about it. 1 minute. Oh, wait. Look. Here we go. Dunkin' Donuts. Macadamia nut coffee. Oh. That's a Virgo thing. We like macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, walnuts. They're like the ovaries of the plants and the trees. The nuts are like ovaries. They're like, or the gametes. And it's very good. It builds fiber. It builds strength. So I can build. Yeah, I gotta eat fiber and grain now. But now more than ever. God, give me 1 sec. I just gotta get another bite. I've been up taking care of backup, appointments. They're giving me a day or two of rest. So I'm taking advantage and spending it with you. This is my Taurus, the kind, the sensuality in the food. I'm very earthy today. I feel very earthy today. That's Venus in Virgo. So I feel very earthy and sensual. Because my decan is Taurus. So it all comes. And with the music, all right. Let me see who's here today. All right. I'll see, look at that pop-up show now. Just when I said, let me say hi to my peoples, the pop-up show up. Like, oh, here we are. Hello. Mother. Boop. Here we go. Who's here? Kim Bless, Tanisha, Torrin Floyd, Wasala, Moha 35, Lydia, Jaden, Tunisia Palmer, right? Luz Mendez, hey, how are you? Always good to have you tune in. LaDonna Porter. A couple of you, yes. Yes, oh, the beat. All right. Very Pisces. The song. Okay. So, well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that beat is something else. Yes, we do. Yes, we do love nuts. Virgos represent Mercury. Yes, we do. That's what's important. You're very welcome. Hello, everybody. Blessing, King Bless. Blessings in the name of Jesus. Yes. Today is Sunday, and today, for our Western culture, is the Lord's Day. The Lord's Day is not the same for everybody. The Jewish, for example, it's not a Sunday. The Lord's Day for the Jewish pantheon is Friday, hence the Sabbath. Very holy day for the Jewish village. For Christians and Catholics, denominational and non-denominational, it's Sunday. Mm-hmm. Mm. One more. These pop-ups getting on my nerve. That way I can see the questions as they come. Okay. How do you know if you met soulmate, Fernando? This question is by HC_77. You know that you've met your soulmate because you're going to feel it. And it's a knowing that transcends the five senses and transcends the ego and even personality. This vibratory essence doesn't come from ego or from personality or even from spirit. It vibrates from the soul, the God essence of you. There's no way to put that in words. There's no way to put that in words. You just know. You know. And the God in you knows. And if you are in tune with the inner you will get the messages and you will know. If I hit the X on the pop-up to stop it, they thought, you know what they do? It doesn't go away. It opens the page. So I don't want to click the X because it'll open the page and it might fuck up the stream. These are like detonators that's put in there. I ain't falling for none of that. Okay, so I have to scroll up and see the questions. What does Pluto trine ascendant in natal chart mean? The Pluto trine ascendant means that your Pluto energy works with you and it's an ally, giving you extra energy, stamina of energy. Okay? So Pluto trine, the ascendant, gives you tremendous stamina. And next question. Lisa Lynn says, can you have a soulmate and karmic relationship as well? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, I have a virus in the computer, and that shit. Well, how could I not? The worst things I've gone through, the worst things. Not Miss Farmer, not anyone else, me. It's I don't react to it because I know that that's part of the karmic profile. You know, All I can do is muscle through it. I don't like this division here. Hold on. I don't like this division here. I think this is uneven, and they're telling me, oh God, whenever I try to do more than one thing, that's when the devil hits. Let's put this a little bit more this way. I just don't like how this looks. It should be more covered, and it's not more covered. And I cannot move it because I'm scared that it might fall apart, right? Okay. Uh, okay. What else? Any words on Lilith in Libra, 8th house? No, no word on Lilith in the 8th house in Libra. That's not enough information. I will tell you that Lilith in Libra is a castrator. If you're a female, and if you're a male, you might be sadistic to the woman that you're with, especially sexually, if you're a man, because of the 8th. My big 3 Virgo, Sun, Capricorn, Moon, Sag. Okay. Here we have GM Uncle Ken. Talk to us about menstrual cycle right now. Moon wobble affecting us, little woman. No, if the wobble affects everybody, if it does, and it does, it's a pull and release. Pull and release. That is what we have observed when the moon is at a low declination, closer to the earth. It does seem to, for some people, I've heard that it raises their heart rate. Some people get palpitations. Some people get panic attacks. I will get sometimes panic attacks if the moon is too close. And I see it, I do get palpitation, I get a panic attack. Don't forget, the moon, yeah. How can I put this? The moon is an evil place. When I see the moon that close, because I know that there are beings there. And that glowing, almost creepy type of energy that the moon gives you when it's too close, there's an energy there. Think about it. Think about it. The moon, technically, should be dead. Think of Mercury. Mercury is no different than the moon. Mercury has no atmosphere. It's a ball with no light, nothing. Just dead. Like a big asteroid or meteor. It has illumination because of the sun. Had Mercury been closer to us, it will be intensely demonic and the energy will be unbearable. So imagine the moon, which has no atmosphere, no light of its own. It should not generate no kind of energy that will make you scared. The light of the sun, light is beautiful. Light is light. Light is good. It's benevolent. But yet the bouncing of this light of the sun and the moon doesn't produce the same kind of joy or glory like looking at the sun. Instead, it's a little creepy and sinister. Understand that energy that you're feeling is the vibrations of the archons that live there. And when the light of the sun bounces off the moon, it is bouncing off also the vibratory nature of these archons, who you then feel viscerally on the earth. It is an anthropological reminder of the moon being once a part of the earth. And to this day, these beings are still very unsettled of the fact that they have not been able to overcome the earth and that they had to be separated so they can evolve independently while we evolve the way we should. So, but they are a part of us, created at the same time, but they fell behind in their own evolution, which we call the Rosicrucians and other occult philosophy schools call stragglers. The moon has stragglers who are yet to evolve to a particular level of evolution for their own life wave. They are very inferior according to the scale of life forms that exist. But compared to us, they're far more superior than we are. And that's why there's a history there, of antagonism. Like God said, and I shall put enmity against your seed and your seed. And hence Jehovah had to split the earth into an uneven part and allow these beings to evolve. Because the gods cannot destroy beings once they create them. Once you create beings, you shouldn't destroy them. This is the upper gods. The only exception, of course, is Jehovah, who doesn't care. Like I told you, if it wasn't for the tribe of Levi and the tribe of Reuben and Zebulun and Esdras, the tribe of Esdras, and the Levite priests, the tribe of Levi, if they did not get together to save the women of the tribe of Benjamin, Jehovah would have destroyed that entire tribe. It would have been only 11 tribes, not 12. Thank God for the other tribes who took the women from the Benjaminites and hid them from Jehovah so that they can produce and preserve the race of the Benjaminites. So, Jehovah got his own program here, defiling what the other gods have put in place. So, it's deep. It's deep. God, this do-rag is like too tight or what? Damn. That's why I don't like they do. They're just too tight. Oh. No matter how light I may tie it up, it's still very, okay. Okay. So, the moon is still, Okay, next question. We got 74 people. Give live to the stream. Oh, wow, 74 people. My God. Oh, that's great. The 11th Akashic Soldier. Jim, can you talk about menstrual? Yeah, we did that. Tell us something about Sun, Trine Jupiter. Luck. The Sun, Trine Jupiter is luck, opportunity, favor, privilege. A life of buoyancy and overindulgence. That I can say. Kyla Reiner, what's your advice for someone with life path 7, birth 7, and what? I can't see. I'm trying to move. Why is this so far? It's always something. It's fierce. I'm trying to see. This is for some reason it's not moving. The screen is to the left, and I can't see part of your questions. And I'm trying to move it and fix it, but it's not letting me do it. Again, another situation. And here come the pop-ups. I tried to stop the pop-ups. I even went to a Dell place. They're like, well, we don't know. And I'm like, what the fuck you telling me that you don't fucking know? Really? You don't know, really? Ooh, damn. Santa gets you good. He gets you good. But we'll just have to just manage it. It sucks. It sucks. Okay. Any words on Aquarius, Sun, 12 degree, I think it is. Aquarius sun at 12 degrees. The 12th degree is not a very, it's the degree of sorrow, which rules Pisces. So there might be some struggles, some unfortunate experiences. Life might not flow the way you want it. There might be pain and sorrow and grief, and you are to learn from them and transcend them. The sun at 12 degrees is like the sun in the 12th. It is a Pisces vibration. Venus, the question by reflection // what does Venus trine Jupiter mean? A wonderful and comfortable and posh lifestyle. Venus trine Jupiter. Venus rules relationships. So you will have happy relationships or compatible relationships. Even those who you are not compatible with, you'll be compatible with Jupiter trine Venus. Your boyfriends should be very good looking and attractive and have means. Usually, with Venus trine Jupiter, you marry well. There will be plenty of resources. Or you might move into a large home or have a large home when you marry, not when you're born. Remember, Venus rules marriage, the partner. So the wealth might come from the partner. Maybe you were poor or lower income and you marry into money or into more comfortable means. I have Venus conjunct Jupiter, and I've certainly have lived a very comfortable and posh lifestyle since birth. This is one of the gifts of Venus, the lesser benefactor with the greater benefactor, Jupiter. Mm-hmm. I, macadamia nut coffee tastes good when it's hot. Oh, that beat. My God, I miss this. I'm so glad to be doing my work again. Cause I've been high. I've been having a rough neck. I am now at my bliss, doing what I love to do. Right? Okay, let's go back. Missed a couple of questions here. Uh-huh. What can you say about our query? This is Sean Mitchell. What can you say about Aquarius in the 8th house with Mercury there as well? Aquarius in the 8th house with Mercury there, this is an occult position. Remember, the 8th house rules mysteries, the occult mysteries, deep mysteries, the mysteries behind God, even. Mercury, the planet which rules intelligence, is in the 8th house. So that means that you have access to deep, sacred knowledge as an Aquarian that you should dispense to the universe, to your fellow human beings. You should be doing what I'm doing, basically. And you must get some messages from beyond, and maybe you don't remember, or maybe you don't know how to interpret the dreams, or if you're leaving your body and are encountering beings from other dimensions like I do. I have a strong 12th house, and the 8th house is very similar to the 12th house. Pisces, Scorpio, deep signs with deep mysteries. Okay? What can you say about Libra Sun and Ascendant with Moon and I don't know what that word is. And what is it? And Mercury, I think it's Mercury in Scorpio. You are you are an investigator with this position. You could be a private investigator or work as a detective in the law enforcement or going to the CIA or enter espionage, or Scotland Yard. This is a very I've seen this position a lot in detectives. Detectives, private investigators, the likes. And also mortuary science. Mhm. Okay. Hello there from Germany. From me. Sun Aries, Ascendant Pisces, Morning Pisces, all in the house. The house, I can't see the house number. I live in Pisces in the 12th house. Well, it looks like you are living, and who's this? Yellow butterfly? Yellow butterfly. It looks like you have access to your immediate past lives. And you are moving forward with the sun in Aries, but reflecting on the moon in the 12th in Pisces, along with Lilith. There may have been aggression and abuse in your past lives concerning women, regardless of what sex you are now. And you might have to settle something here concerning women abuse and even having a connection or communion with your own inner feminine. Whether you're a man or a female, I don't know if this is a man or a female, but it holds. Capricorn Sun at what degrees? I can't see the degrees. I can't move the page. I don't know what's going on. It's fucked up. It's another strike, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I am. I'm grateful. At least it's not, bad. It's not bad. It could be worse, as you all know. It's been worse. So I'm thankful. You might have to retype that because I can't see the degree. Hello there from Germany. We did that. Happy birthday, Vane. Zen. How are you, Zen? Why? Venus opposite Saturn. Venus opposite Saturn is that means that you come across as a cold bitch or an asshole if you're a guy, where you're not aware. Remember, the opposition confers lack of psychological awareness. There is a lack here of psychological awareness of how you come across to others. And you come across to others like a cold fish. I gotta put it like that. Yeah. People might think that you are mean or insensitive or uncaring. Because Venus rules relationships, Saturn opposing Venus might make, if a woman, the man in your life be emotionally unavailable or despondent. The men will be older than you. Saturn rules older men. This position here, if it's a woman that has it, carries a punch. Your father wasn't very affectionate or emotionally demonstrative. And hence, you're going to attract men that mirror that profile between you and your father. If you and your father did not have a warm, affectionate relationship, neither will you have it with the other men in your life that will follow your dad. And even those that show differently, the minute you get more committed, the more the father energy comes out in these boyfriends. And it's the same paradigm repeating itself. The good thing is that now that you know that, it actually cancels it out. If the ego is not aware of this, then you live this signature. If the ego becomes aware, like I'm letting you know now, it will no longer hold power over you. It cancels itself out. Because now the ego is in awareness of this. and now it will cancel itself out. That's the beauty of astrology. If there's bad aspects here, the minute you know it, it begins to dissolve, because now remember, it says in the Bible, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Well, now I'm giving you the knowledge, so now that's going to cancel itself out. This is how you transcend some of these things, just by mere acknowledgement of it. Does wonders in disannulling the effects of what it could do had you not been brought into awareness of it. Okay. All right. And let's see. What can you say? Oh, we did that already. Okay. You're very welcome. Venus conjunct Chiron. Venus conjunct Chiron means it depends on what house it is and the aspects and the sign. But Chiron conjunct Venus means that your partners carry something with them. Remember, Chiron is a wounded healer. Venus is very secretive by nature. Venus is very secretive. And to have Chiron here, because it's different for a man and for a woman. Let's discuss the woman first. If the woman has Chiron conjunct Venus, she doesn't know how to love. She has a problem learning to love or to loving. She herself might have a past life dynamic in where she did not receive love, or the soul, whether it was a man or woman, did not receive love. And this went on and on and on and on and on and on and on for lifetimes, making the soul completely oblivious to the concept of love. These women with Chiron here fall in several categories. From the sex worker to the woman who repeatedly cheats on her husband with all kinds of men, seeking something that she doesn't know what it is because she ain't getting at home that connection, so she goes out looking for Mr. Goodbar. There was a movie in the 70s by Diane Cannon called Looking for Mr. Goodbar, where she said with everybody in bars looking for that connection. And she could not make that connection until one day she slept with the wrong guy who ended up killing her. He was a serial killer. This movie came out in the 70s when Pluto was in Libra, the age or the decade of the serial killers. That was a fantastic movie. I think it was Diane Keaton or Diane Cannon, Looking for Mr. Goodbar. And no man and no kind of sex was good enough. What she failed to realize is that for her to make that connection with that guy that she tried in bed, with every single guy that she took to bed on first night, Karen, if she had Karen conjunct Venus, she should have made a connection to herself. Love herself first. Then that as a magnet will attract the right partner to her. But in the movie, she did not love herself. She sought someone to love her when she didn't love herself. So she attracted exactly what she was. Self-hatred. Until finally she found one man that killed her violently and cruelly. Ooh, that was quite a movie. I think I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. And I only saw bits and pieces because I wasn't allowed to see R-rated movies. I did see the movie though when I got much older on cable. No, that's a perfect example of Chiron conjunct Venus. The woman does not know how to love because she comes from a history of the soul who has not learned to develop this faculty. So now in this life, she is here to develop love for herself. by healing all the aspects of self-hatred that she has accumulated through many lifetimes. Now let's talk about the male. The male with Chiron conjunct Venus he attracts women who are like the woman that I just described, who don't know how to love. But for him to have attracted women like this means that he himself doesn't know how to love. And that instead of loving himself as we all should love ourselves first, before wanting to love somebody else, then you get the opposite. Remember, you like attracts like. So if you don't feel good about yourself inside, you're going to attract another person who doesn't feel good about themselves. And in the same degree that you lie to yourself will be the same degree that he will lie to you about how he loves you. It's deep. That's some deep shit right there. Let that sink in. That's some deep shit right there. It gives you the opposite. Give me 1 second while I go to the little boy's room. Okay. Whoa. I forgot. Always forget. I want to make sure I don't drop this. Oh God. Sometimes I feel like Popeye. You know. Okay. Let me go to the little boy's room. I'll be right back. 1 minute. All right. Oh, that was quick, right? Oh, this was good. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. El negro bembón. El negro bembón. Oh, that's one of my favorites. And now for the spliff. Sure. Oh my God. I don't know when I'm gonna have a chance again. Right? All right. Oh, there goes that papa. Fuck you. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry. That's right, Sunday. Oh God, I gotta tame that Aries moon. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Can I move the pop-up? This person, the Nicole or Jesby, the best aspect for identifying life partner. No aspect will do that. No aspect will do that. To answer that question, we have to look at the composite or the synastry chart. You will see it right there. But you have to look and you have to provide that information. Oh, boom. Okay. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, very nice. Yes. Venus opposite Saturn. Neptune in my second house, Capricorn. It's unfortunate. DJ Gary. No, it ain't. You just don't know how to use the vibrations of Neptune. I have Neptune in the second house. And let me tell you, it works lovely for me. But I know how to use that energy. So, and it takes belief. And if you don't believe, you're fucked. Neptune doesn't do anything that you don't believe. Oh. Okay. Let me talk about Neptune for a minute. This much about Neptune we know, that it is a planet that's programmed to give you the opposite. You've heard me say this before. But I know that you guys didn't get it. I know that it went over you. I know you didn't get it. I know you didn't get it. This is one of these aspects that you learn to use with practice. The second house, Gary, is the house of income. Let me tell you, if you got Neptune here, your money doesn't stay in your pocket. The minute you make it, it's spent, gone. You lose money, you lose things here. The second house rules self-worth and self-esteem. If you feel bad about yourself or low about yourself, Neptune will bring it out. If you feel good about yourself, Neptune will bring that out too. And you know how? I told you guys, or I gave you an example of how to use Neptune. I don't have a bike. I want a bike. But I speak like I already have it. Neptune is programmed to give you the opposite. If I say that I have a bike and I don't have a bike, he will give you a bike because you don't have it, but you're speaking like you do. That's the opposite. I've told you that. My self-esteem and my self-worth is very high, which is why I make a high income. The more I think highly of myself, the more money I make. Because I ascribe value to who I am. No one else does it. No should anyone give a value to you. You should give a value to you. But if you don't love yourself or don't hold yourself in high regard or esteem, you're not going to make the income that you should. Self-esteem and self-worth is analogous to the income that you'll make. I have Scorpio in the second house with Neptune there. When I am running out of money, I go, God, thank you so much for the money that you've sent me. Thank you so much. I love you. And I'll make sure to donate and do what I got to do to help my fellow human beings. That's what I do. I tell you, Miss Farmer, Fernando, we're running out of money. Oh my God, we've got to pay this, we got to pay that, we got to pay this, we got to do it. And she's the administrator. She runs the money. I don't control the money. She does. No, a Scorpio woman. I know what I'm doing, and she's fantastic. But she gets upset when the money starts running low. A woman, women, they take that shit seriously, especially Scorpio. And she looks to me and I'm like, don't worry about it. It'll be there tomorrow or in today. There's only $10. Don't worry about it. It'll be there. And before nightfall, it's like a few hundred to a few thousand. Never fails. Because I am already convinced that there's plenty of money to go around and there's no such thing as lack. I don't entertain thoughts of lack and deficit. No true mogul or millionaire thinks that way. That's why I keep telling you that wealth is a state of mind. If you don't understand that, you will never see wealth in this lifetime. And wealth is measured by access. Why do you need money for? What does money do? Money opens doors. It's access. But you can obtain access without the money. When you have so much money like Bezos in the billions or trillions, they don't use money. You think they have money in their pocket? They don't use money. They don't even use credit cards. They sign a piece of paper. Here you go, like a note. They don't carry money because they are oversaturated. It's another level of expression of access. For us down below, we need the money to show level of access. But when you reach a certain level of high plutocracy, money becomes unnecessary. It becomes obsolete. Now, that's a deep concept to understand if you've never been rich or you've never had means to that level or that degree. But you don't have to have that money to understand that concept. Hence, why wealth is truly a state of mind. It is not about money. Please understand that mystery. So you got to learn to be happy and confident about yourself and your capability. And if you don't value yourself, I mean, really value yourself, not no bullshit, really do, then Neptune will not work for you. If anything, it'll give you the opposite, the bad, the deficit, the high, and double-edged sword. Okay, next. And I haven't even let the split here. Oh, you're welcome. Just TV. Venus trine Mars. Venus trine Mars. It makes you charming. Magnetic. It's like Mars trine Neptune. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So that's what I think. I have Mars trine Venus. And it makes you enigmatic and charming, mysterious and extremely sensual, pulling from the Taurus side. Remember, Mars rules human sexuality, while Venus rules human sensuality. So when you put sexuality and sensuality together, you have magnetism. The personality radiates a sexual magnetism that you cannot pinpoint or put into words. Many actors and performers have this signature of the Venus trine Mars. Nice. All right. Zen. Any words for a Leo rising and Mars Pisces Sun? If you have Mars conjunct the Sun in Pisces with Leo rising, that's a complicated one. That's a complicated one. Because when you have Mars conjunct the Sun, you look very, if you're a man, you'll probably look like this, like an auto mechanic. You've seen the auto mechanic, the guys with the tight jeans and the tight muscle shirt, dirtied up with oil, ladies, what I'm talking about, and a few gents. Just a sexual magnetism, an auto mechanic, or a construction worker, right? They say that construction workers are sexy, because they're working with their hands and they're building their bodies and they can be very sexy and sensual, And they say that these men look at women and they're whistle, woo, 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 woo. Yes, they do. But what you don't know is that women purposely walk in these construction sites because they too like what they see too. A woman's sexuality and sexual appetite is just as intense as a man's. It's just that women are not allowed to show it. So there's a raw or even rustic sexiness when you have Mars conjunct the Sun. But to have it in Pisces becomes a quandary. It's the opposite. So it might give you another aura of impressionability that could be real or not. It's tricky. And depending on the degree Leo is in and other aspects, this could be the person who could be a sex worker, or someone who could be a muscle builder, but I mean professionally competing and stuff like that. Or just someone who could be very fanatical when it comes to physical health. The polarity point being Virgo, the physical body. Yes. So this requires more synthesis with the rest of the chart to see how it actually is being played out. And it's different in women and in men. Okay, next. BN, BN, Uranus in Aquarius is in my soul depositor. What does this mean? The soul depositor, so what you mean is that it's the final depositor. That's the language in astrology, the final depositor. But yes, it is the soul depositor. That means that there is a level of genius in you and a level of creativity and a hidden talent in you that is not at all very obvious. It's not obvious. People cannot see it unless you know it and talk about it. No one will know that you have a special, unique talent. You could look at the chart and not find any talent. But when you calculate final depositor, because it is a calculation to do it, and whatever the final depositor is, whatever planet it is, will hint as to the talents that you are bringing, that unique part of you that separates you from the rest. For example, you could be the professor that teaches physics. Very boring. No, just boring. He has glasses on, suit, talking in a monotone voice where you can fall asleep. But then you see the same professor at a club, dressed kind of like me and showing skin and dancing sexually, a whole different person that you never would think. What the fuck? Is that Professor Harry? 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 Is that you? No, you shout like, what's he doing? He's like, always going on now and nitty and gritty. Another aspect of him that you never would have imagined of this man. And he's dancing and jumping, gyrating at 60. Doing all that something unique and special that no one knows will suddenly burst forward into the personality. Is described by the final depositor of the horoscope. And Uranus gives you that surprise. No. Okay? You're welcome. Okay. Hey, Uncle. Oh, God, I can't see her. Venus is Aquarius. Oh, there goes that pop-up. There goes that pop-up there. Venus, Neptune, Uranus, first house. Venus, Neptune, Uranus, first house, Sagittarius. A flirt. A flirt. Okay, let's who is this? Queen Sheba, 2811. Libra Sun, Aquarius Moon. Jupiter in 25-degree Capricorn, Venus and Mars in Leo, Lilith in Leo, Neptune Cap, Mercury in Virgo. You first of all, you have a trine with Aquarius Moon and the Libra Sun. Let me start there first. That's a trine. It's air and air. That's a trine. Now it's cardinal with fixed. And with the rest of the chart that I see there, I see that the talents in fashion, inventing, and even novelties, sales, innovation. That jumps off the top of my head. The rest has to be worked through because there's too many configurations. We cannot, we have to look at the whole homogeneity of the chart. The fact that Capricorn is involved means that it will involve a form of innovation in the career, which can go towards the creative side, the creative bent. Much depends on the other aspects, though. Kimoa 11, is that right? Kimoa, yeah. Kimoa 11. Talk about blood. I can't see the other part of the sentence, unfortunately. Blood about what? The bloodlines or the DNA? Oh, this is terrible. It's terrible. I don't know how to move this. Wow, it's messed up. It's messed up. And here comes the pop-ups. For a reading this, may God bless you and your household with perfect health, happiness, prosperity. Have a blessed day. Enjoy. Fullest. Thank you. And we have here, oops. We have Mars, Venus, Lilith conjunction in Aries. 9th house for a woman. Wow. This conjunction in Aries in the 9th house will make you quite the woman when it comes to your career. It will be good if you enter a career in lecturing, giving conferences, or podcast. Podcast, I see for you. You have a lot to say, but you have to be careful in your travels and being with foreign men that could hurt you. Oh, God forbid, because there's a past life dynamic here. I see. Of assault, sexual assault, and violence. So be careful that that doesn't happen to you in your travels abroad. The Aries woman, at one point or another, experiences rape. And she usually, like most women, don't talk about it. I see that signature there. Be careful of foreign men. Especially men that could be misogynist or come from misogynistic cultures. Unfortunately, the Arab world is a misogynistic culture because of how they treat their women. Or in India or the Middle East, even Judaism, not Judaism, but those who do the laws and have women fit a certain role and not deviate from that. cultures that define parameters for women are usually, according to the attitude in the West, we see that as misogynistic. Uh, However, we take pride in saying, as the Westerners, that we don't do this to our women, but we do in subtle ways. Maybe not as severe as the other cultures do, but we see the same level of misogyny in our women in the Western culture as well, as quiet as it's kept. So this is one of those signatures. You got to be careful. Okay. K Rivers. K Reviews, I think. The pot of fortune in Aries. I have the pot of fortune in Aries. The pot of fortune promises that as long as you stay true to the nature of that sign, you'll be okay. Me, I'm quite an aggressive person, even when I don't mean to be. But as long as I stay that way, I get shit done and I have triumphed through. I even notice when I'm in a lot of pain and I can't take the pain anymore, I start cursing. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Stop. When I do that, the pain goes away. It looks like as long as I stay aggressive and keep my wits about me, I win every time. And you won't exhaust yourself either. The pot of fortune promises success if the true nature of that which it touches is maintained or upheld without any exception or apologies. Oh, juicy. And it's about Sunday. Guys, I miss traveling. I miss traveling. Okay. Uh, Sirwan Pool. This is the Pisces Sun, Leo Moon, I believe Scorpio ascendant. Well, here we see Ya te verá, ya te verá. Sorry, I got caught. Right? I can't see the other part. Yes, blood is your essence. I have to get back to that one. Unfortunately, I can't. Okay. Yes, blood is your essence. The blood is where the ego is. The ego could not emerge because we were cold blooded. When iron was cast off from the central mass and landed on Earth and got absorbed into the soil of the molten, emerging planet Earth, then we, as a blob like state, absorbed the iron. Once we did that, we became warm blooded. Then the ego was able to enter the blood and control the other vehicles of the body. But only when we reached that level after the Hyperborean epoch, where man now was from cold-blooded to warm-blooded, did the ego emerge. The ego could not have emerged in cold blood. We had to reach another level of evolution where we became warm-blooded. When Mars was cast off, then the ego was born. Yeah, I talk about that in my anthropological series on medium.com. Oh, And then that's why we wear red. Now, red is a reminder of Mars being cast off and landing here, and giving us that iron. And when it was cast off the earth, then we were able to absorb it. Oh, and hence the ego was born. And now we were able to bring in the other personalities of the gods into a functioning vehicle. Oh, it's deep. I'm simplifying it. But this process took billions of years. Oh. Yeah, it's fascinating. Cultural anthropology. You should take a course or two. Fascinating. Of course, this is graduate courses. They don't offer it at the undergrad. This is graduate. Take a course or two. Or audit. You don't have to pay as much. Audit. Oh, data. Very good. Okay. Who else? Who else? Magingo Mandela. 84 independent 05 yards in natal chart. A yard is the finger of God. I happen to have a yard, the finger of God, and it points towards Aries. And my north node is in Aries, and the moon is in Aries, and Saturn is in Aries, and have a lot of Aries. So when you have the finger of God, all my planets are here, and the only planet that are on this side is Saturn and the moon in Aries and the other points. That's in the 7th house of relationships. So I am to be straight up honest, bloodthirsty, direct to my fellow human beings and in my relationships. And I will attract those that are just like me and equally as powerful, like Emery. And before him, Linda and all the others. I never had weak partners. I've always had very strong partners, as strong as me, both women and men, that will give you a run for your money. So the finger of God shows where you are to direct all of you into. The totality of who you are is to be directed where the yard points to. And for me, it's in relationships, aggressively, because of Aries in the 7th house. So the finger of God or the yard points towards a particular direction that you must navigate through and stay there until you get to the end and win. If you deviate, you're going to go astray. You have to stay course and let nothing stop you. That's the yard. The yard is a gift, but it has its liabilities. Because by the time you win and you claim success, there'll be no one there to celebrate it with you. You'll be sitting at the grand table with your wine and your food alone. Because you've outdone, outmastered, controlled, and annihilated everyone in the process to getting what you want and heading all the way. So you sit alone. Ain't nobody here to celebrate with you. I'm okay with that. As long as I obtain my objectives. That's the finger of God. Yeah. I don't mind sitting alone in my throne and enjoying the spoils by myself. Hey, if that's what it is, so be. This is my grail. So that is the yard. It's a very warlike type of energy that makes you indomitable, invincible, invulnerable. I mean, of course you are, you're human, but you don't show it. This is truly the signature that says, never let them see you sweat. Oh, the beat. It came just in time. You turn it around, turn it around, whoop, flip, a little shoulders. I better take advantage, right? Because Monday comes and sound like, okay, you had a break, right? Okay, let's go. And again, we start fighting. You know? Okay. Okay. Famous nobody. Hello. Thank you. It's from Sky of Black Ink Crew, New York. I love it. Oh, I love that show. Black Ink, that's my show. I love that show. And I have a crush on somebody in that show. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Black Ink. Yeah. Oh my God. Yellow butterfly. I love your explanation. I have it in Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Then you are like me. You are a mystic. And if you're not, you are on your way. Ooh. Okay. Tabitha M. Yard apex in the 12th house. Then you're here to be a mystic. You're here to be spiritually enlightened, like Jesus. Yes, very good. Uh-huh. Baby Shanks. The moon opposite Pluto. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Ooh. Damn it. My God. Give me a minute. Look, this is getting on my nerves now. That's another. It been hurting me. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was fucking killing me. Cause now I'm working on my hair, right? Putting the gold strips, you know. Yeah, man, making with that day, yeah. Yeah, because it was killing me. No, do rags, they look sexy, but they hurt. And I'm very intense, so I tie it in. And before you know, I'm like having a headache, fucking cutting my circulations, Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. But it's holding pretty good. I got a lot more to do. Yeah, man. Man, your uncle. You're for your family. So, I'm going to do my thing. It's all right. Ain't no problem. It's all right. Yeah, man. Nigga. Oh, no, it was fucking killing me. It was giving me a headache. I never did go with do rag. Never did go with do rags. But now it's all, I'm doing it. It's a process. It's gonna take me at least another 2 weeks because you gotta do that. You gotta put the beef wax and other stuff and clip it and twist it and clip it and then wind it. And then you have to put the rag on it, let it dry so it doesn't become a mess in the pillow when you go to sleep. And then do this again. And it's a process. But I'm lucky. I do have good hair. Okay. All right. Let me not get caught up. But you gotta, it was giving me a fucking headache. Damn it. All right. Yeah, see, because you don't want it. You don't want it to get all bundled up, Yeah, I know. I lost a lot of weight. I know. My skin is sagging on my arms. But that's all right. I'll let you watch me at my worst and then watch me bounce back. Again, that's how I use my Neptune. My body is perfect. It's great for my age. Even I am amazed. Even if it's not, eventually it becomes because I believe it. Listen, what do I say? Well, you all know. See, I practice what I preach. Okay? What do I say? What do I say? Come on. What do I say? Money is not power. Knowledge is not power. Belief is power. That's Neptune. That's Neptune. So I practice what I preach. So, Gary, learn to use your Neptune. If you do, you'll never lack, you'll never want, and it'll be like living as a god on earth. But if you don't believe, then you're screwed. Because you have to believe first before you can use the energies of Neptune. All right? Oh, moliendo café. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? I can breathe better now. All right. Who else? Cancer, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Libra, Rising, Gemini, Venus, Cancer, Mars. Oh, wow. You must be a fabulous dancer for that combination. Okay. Anna, Sky, Fernando, please tell me about Saturn in Aries, opposite Mars in Libra. A disaster. Fighting. Quarrelsome. Argumentative. Oh, it is a storm. Battle of wills. Your words against my words. My feelings against your words against my feelings, and back and forth, and back and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can dance to it. This is the opposition of Mars and the Moon. It's a fighting, it's a combative energy. No, it definitely is a battle of wills. Emery and I have that in synastry. It's a battle of wills. Like, I'm right. No, I'm right. No, right. And then we just swing. And we just, and there's, they call this the tornado. It is fierce. Very similar to the Moon opposite Pluto. Oh, you can feel it. And the music gels for this signature. It's fierce. Yeah, it's a fighting signature. We call it the Battle of Wills. Now, you got to be a fighter, Anna. You got to be. Stardust 310. What about Neptune in Capricorn? Well, again, like I told Gary, Neptune, if you have Neptune in Capricorn, that's the career, the profession, the job. Whatever you want to achieve in the career sector, all you got to do is believe that you can obtain it. But it's got to be more than that. And here's where the problem comes. This is where the problem comes when it comes to Neptune. I did mention that Neptune is a demonic planet. So is Uranus. So is Pluto. The outer planets, or as they are called, transcendental planets. And there's a reason for that. Oh, El burro de mi papa. Understand that they call these planets transcendental planets for a reason. Before you get to a certain level of evolution as a human, the gateway to becoming a god is these three planets. If you cannot master these three planets, you cannot become God. The training happens with the inner planets and the mastery with the outer three. I was born with all of them in Virgo, for the exception of Neptune, which is in Scorpio. Even better. And this is why I achieve everything I think and feel and want, because I've already mastered my lower self in the sense that I can obtain what I believe, because I know the belief, like I show you on the poster, is power. Not money. Money is a secondary source. It's not a primary source. The primary source is what you want. The secondary source gets you to the primary. You need the money to get what you want. But if you reach a certain level of mental acuity, you could transcend money and get at the source without having to use money. But you have to master self-doubt, insecurity, low self-esteem. You got to get out of that. You got to master that before you can have access to these energies and know how to use them. Oh, the beat. Yes. Okay. Neptune in Capricorn, you should have the career of your dreams. Oh, you have to just believe it. But you have to work towards it and you have to act like you already have it. And that's tough. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's tough. You know why? Because it involves a certain degree of creative lying. And some people are not good liars and have a stigma about it. Me, if I lie deliberately to obtain something, it happens. Lies can become truth if you believe them. If you believe your own lies, they become real. Oh, that Neptune energy is fierce. It's fierce. One second. The transcendental planets are functional planets. This is the essence of true magic. Oh, okay. Wonderful. Uh-huh. Oh my God. Neptune conjunct Capricorn on the ascendant. Very beautiful Capricorn woman, if you're a woman. Very mysterious if you're a Capricorn man or a Capricorn ascendant. Neptune on the ascendant makes you many people that are very attractive. Very attractive. Because Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, the ruler of Libra and Taurus. And the most feminine sign of the zodiac is Miss Pisces, the ruler of Neptune. So to have Neptune on the ascendant, if you're a woman, you look like a Pisces woman. And you can be extremely attractive, ultra feminine. Men will just melt just watching you, hearing you, smelling you, and all the other goodies. Neptune here is quite demonic in the sense that it bestows demonic beauty. Think of Elizabeth Taylor when she was young, a Pisces. That woman, even seeing a picture of her in her 20s and 30s, it casts a spell. It's amazing. And all the other Pisces women. Ariana Grande, who has a strong Pisces signature. I see it in her when she sings and dances and wears those mini skirts. You can see the Pisces and ultra feminine in her moves. You also see it in Rihanna, who has Pisces on the ascendant. So it's so true and it's just over the top. Over the top. Okay. Tina, Neptune in Sagittarius in the third house, in the second house. Let me tell you, I believe that Neptune is exalted in Sagittarius and it's in its fall in Gemini. Yes. You're not going to get this from astrologers in the past. You're going to get it from us, from me. And in my 40 years in practicing astrology as an astrologer, I've concluded that Neptune, which is considered a pedigree in astrology, it is exalted in Sagittarius. Because Sagittarius and Neptune, or Pisces, are spiritual and rather ecclesiastical. So it matches, it blends. Whereas the logical nature of Gemini could never grasp that ethereal, spiritual, dimension of Sagittarius or Neptune. Here it falls apart and dissipates. So here you have the ultimate guide for you to actualize your dreams. Second house, that's money, your income. I have it there. But in Scorpio, you have it in Sag. So here you can make money or an income by being a professor, being a lecturer, writing your own stuff, not relying on some university to approve your thesis. You bring it to the college, and if they don't like it, you go somewhere else. You are the value. Oh, African. This is a voodoo music. This is voodoo music. Yeah, Ismael Rivera was one of the biggest witches in Puerto Rico. Don't get it twisted. The archons taught him very well, just like they taught me very well astrology. It is the archons that are teaching us all this stuff. The Book of Enoch, it tells you it was the archons that taught us how to dance. Yeah, the archons taught us everything we know about being human. From Neanderthal to the height of beauty and culture. That did not happen overnight, and it did not happen by accident, nor did we evolve to that ourselves. We were hybrid. We were ignited to by genetic manipulation. The Anunnaki, those who are returning to see what we've done with ourselves since that creation. Yeah. I don't think they're happy. What can you say? Okay. I will have to come back, guys, and do a second video because I cannot go over an hour and a half. The contract is only up to an hour and a half. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please donate 347-485-6258 to Zelly. Okay, I'll write it down. And then give me an hour break while I check on the birth charts and the recordings that I've done early morning for those who are all recordings too. Like Hugo, Pamela, Julita, Felicity, Nadia, I have to talk to. Got to talk to Nadia. Got to talk to Rachel. Okay, my Leo woman, Rachel. There's a lot to catch up on. So those videos are going to be done today. Let me write this. Oh, look at that! I was about to do it. The pop-up came up. Oh, da-da-da-da. Now you're gonna get the music. Oh boy. Oh, I can't get out like crazy. I was gonna type a window. Zelly 247. Oh, here we go. Oh, another. Oh, of course, Keisha Farmer. www.paypal.me/Keisha Farmer. You can do it there as well, guys. I'll see you in an hour.